Yo. Definitely didn't forget to start stream on time. I got sidetracked um trying out some things in Blender here for what we're doing today of modeling Nallian's little slime guy that he wants to make. Um so let me actually just go ahead and boop, boop. Yep. So I've got this guy going as kind of a little tech demo thing to experiment around with. But yeah, we're gonna here. Oh, he's actually in voice. Okay. Whoop. Yo.
Yo, what's up, my guy?
Here, let me get my screen share going here.
Oh, I'm
Yes.
gonna do we keep the Minecraft? No, I think we keep the Minecraft parkour, but we're gonna drop
Okay.
the Subway Surfers, so that way I can then put your stream up as well. Goodbye, Subway Surfers. It was nice knowing you.
You look like you're cradling Nallian in your arms.
Are you? Are you cradling me in your arms?
If you look at my
I want to look on your stream.
look at my stream here, the little dude there.
I want to see this. Where is he? Oh my god. I'm like in your lap. Little booster Steve. I'm just a little guy.
Yep.
It's yours.
Let's see. So,
Oh my god, you've already done it.
like I was saying right as I started here, that's why I
I
got
gotta get this guy on stream.
okay. I got sidetracked because I was like, I wonder how like what would be a good way to make like a slime material in Blender, and then I got sidetracked like making a tech demo of this. So this can be
He's beautiful.
so this let's see, what am I actually doing here? Mostly I'm just like animating a noise texture right in here for the like I don't know, the waves and the slime. But yeah. So that's for the example there. You can move him off to the side so we actually work on this.
Yeah, I'm still getting him situated on my screen for chat. Oops.
He can sit in the corner over here and observe.
He's a good little observer. He's a good boy.
He's got the 1,000-yard stare.
Well, what can he do? he Well, mine will canonically live inside of a dungeon, so he's probably seen some shit.
The lead
God.
paint stare.
The horrors.
Yeah, this guy looks like that's all he eats is lead paint.
There you go, chat. He loves it. He's a slime. He can eat whatever the fuck
It's
he
yummy.
wants.
Yeah. I mean, lead tastes really sweet, so.
Personal experience?
Yeah. Well, that's why little kids, back when lead paint was a thing in paint, that's why little kids would eat it, is because they'd just like, eat a little paint chip that flecked off and it's like, yummy.
I have simply learned too much about what people ate as kids today, and lead paint being added to the list, I don't know how I feel about it.
Oh man. I think that's probably like one of the reasons why like the what is it? Like why the Romans were fine with like lead pipe is because I imagine it probably like made the water taste sweet.
Oh yeah. Huh. When you put it like that, and they didn't know about it, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you want to use lead pipe? I mean, that's literally where
If lead bad, why lead tastes good?
yeah, true. Checkmate.
Got him.
That's why also why the element symbol for lead is Pb is because the Romans referred to lead as plumbium because it made good plumbing material because it was soft and easily shaped.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I
Fun
thought you were
fact
gonna
of
be
the
teaching
day.
me Blender today, but I'm
Yeah,
learning
we're
more.
we're learning
This is
chemistry and Roman history today.
this is worth it. Truthfully, the Roman Empire. Okay, why are things not working? Okay, there we go. No, that's got transition. Okay, fuck. It's always fun fact time, true. Okay, I am officially ready now.
Awesome. Okay. So, yeah, let's see. So this little slime guy that I was building here, um, I guess I'll kind of walk through of how I did this, and then we can go from there. So let's see. First thing that I
Okay.
did is literally just using the default cube.
Okay.
And then what I did here is I added a modifier to it under the modifier tab, a little wrench. And then I did a uh, subdivision surface here. And then I set it to,
Under which? Well, I guess I can search for it actually. Subdivision surface. Okay.
and
Oh,
then
look at that.
I set the levels viewport to 3. And so what this basically does is it just like takes whatever material or whatever mesh and then like subdivides it up a bunch.
Okay, we made cube become golf ball.
Yeah. So we've got golf ball here.
Hello, golf ball.
So first thing that I did is shade smooth. So it's like kind of smooth-ish here. Then edit mode.
Okay, for people who forgot how to shade smooth, what would they do?
Right click,
Hypothetically.
right click, shade smooth right up at the very top.
Okay, excellent.
Then let's see. Um, so what I did is I did a control R for loop cut, and then scroll wheel up 1 to add 2 loop cuts around here, and then that
Oh, wait,
I
I have
get.
a different view. I missed something.
Hmm?
How'd you get? You had like a cube surrounding your orb.
Yeah. Oh, in edit mode.
Oh,
Yeah, because
duh.
technically, right now, it's still a cube. It's just
Ooh,
our modifier adds a bunch of imaginary vertices there. And then I just loop cut a couple more times to
marshmallow right now.
give him some shape here. Well, I guess, what did I do? I have to actually remember what I did here. I
It's
think
like a
I
marshmallow.
actually. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, yeah, you can kind of see like what happens here where it's like you can take a like these rings that you made here and you can kind of like resize them a bit to get different sort of smooth shapes here. So what I'm doing here is I'm just grabbing a bunch
Okay.
of like vertices here and like moving them all down, scaling them inwards. Grab some edges here, do the same kind of
Whoa.
thing.
Okay.
let's see, what else did I do? Oh yeah, to kind of make him more like triangular shaped. I did a loop select on a bunch of the faces here and kind of scaled it outward. Also, I'm gonna move it up here like that. And a lot of this is,
I didn't want him triangular shape. It's got to shape him.
yeah, a lot of this is just like
Line.
kind of moving him or like grab faces and like reshape it a bit to just kind of see what you like. One thing that is useful, if you tap O, so then you see this little thing up here on the top of my screen. This is,
Okay.
I think it's called proportional editing. Yeah. And so what this does is basically like, so if I have it off and I move this face, right, like it kind of just moves the one face. Proportional editing will kind of subtly grab like of varying strengths. It will grab other nearby vertices and move it with whatever you're moving. So like if I wanted to like grab this vertice,
Oh,
you
I
see
see.
it's kind of pulling other ones versus like this where it just pulls the one vertice. So that's another tool for kind of because we're not really we're sculpting in a layman's sense, but we're not sculpting in a Blender sense right now. Um, but that's kind of a way to do like to move things around in a more organic way in the basic edit mode.
Let me see. How do you swap from selecting faces to vertices again?
1, 2, and
Or
3.
different vertices? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Nice. Okay. So, what does this look like? Okay. Yeah, this is looking ass, but we'll get there.
It's certainly a shape. I mean, it's a he's a blob.
He's a blob. He can take any shape. He is put simply just a dude.
I'd say do like a loop cut around that longest face there. Um, yeah, I think yeah. Do like a loop cut there, and then you can have more vertices to work with.
Let's bring him in a little bit.
Just realized these are quads.
Rather than give him any specific shape, I turned him into from a cube into a slightly deformed cube. I think I need to pop this out. Give this up. I should have had the symmetrical setting going this entire time. We're done. Okay, so for the sake of time, let's just call this good.
Okay. So let's see. Probably want the material for him. Normally, materials aren't too important right off the bat with like modeling something, but with this, like we kind of need to be able to see through them, so we want the material. So, I already have my material, but I will recreate it here. So clicking on it, then materials, then new material. Then oh, it looks like you already have a material on it.
Oh, weird. So I should delete it, then make a new one.
Nope, that's fine.
Oh, okay.
I think you're on 411, right? Blender. I think we got that solved last time.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. For sure this time.
Now I'm like, anytime I see anything that's slightly different from mine, I'm like, wait a second. Okay, with this guy selected, we're gonna go over to the shading tab.
Guess we're not doing anything with material. Just
Yep,
set
we just
one and then go into shading. Okay.
yeah, we're setting a material, and then we're in shading is where we're gonna actually start playing with creating materials more in here. So this guy, first I'm gonna set just a color on him with the base color right there on the principled BSDF. And so what I did with this guy was to get the texture on him. I'm doing a normal map. So like in a normal map is basically like a way to think about like a bumpiness on a texture. Like when you have like say I don't know, like in a game there's like a stone cobbled floor, and like the light will like reflect off of a surface where it looks like it's like kind of shiny on one part of the rock. That shine there isn't actually like the rock doesn't actually have to be like 3D. Like the surface itself is just like flat. But normal maps give some like illusion of depth to them.
Okay.
So I'm gonna out of this, I'm gonna go click out here and then Shift A, add a normal map node. And then I'm gonna wire the normal on that into the normal on there. We shouldn't see anything just yet. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab I'm going to type in noise texture. I'm going to grab a noise texture here. I'm going to set it to 4-dimensional. I'm going to wire the color from the noise texture into the color on there. And so it should look very wacky right now.
Oh, sounds good, Sky. Have a good stream, man. Thank you for stopping by. Love you. Okay, yep, I got this texture.
All right. So a couple things. First, obviously, slime is like translucent. So what I'm going to do is on the side here, we should have, if we make sure we're on the material tab on the sidebar, we need to go to blend mode for this and set it to be alpha blend. And then shadow mode, I'm just going to leave as opaque for right now.
Gotcha.
Then back in our thing here, I'm going to take the alpha on this.
My computer is still loading it. One moment.
Oh.
Okay, good.
So yeah, in the principled BSDF, I'm going to grab the alpha. I'm going to slide it way, way down to like a 0.2 or something.
Okay.
And so already we're kind of almost there. But one thing you'll notice is you'll see like, you kind of see, it's like if I turn this back up, if I turn the alpha back up, you kind of see there's like weird patchiness that you're seeing through here. That's because it doesn't actually know how to map the texture properly. Because like if I go look at the UV editing for this, it thinks it's a cube still when clearly this is
Oh, okay,
not
yeah.
not quite a cube. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just, in the shading tab, I'm just going to go into edit mode real quick and then tap U for unwrapping UV. And then I'll just scroll down to sphere projection and then go like that. And actually, I probably need to apply scale sphere protection. Oh, wait, why is that not doing the thing that I want it to do? Weird.
See, it's not giving me the option to unwrap anything.
Oh, in edit mode, when you're in edit mode, hit A to select all the faces.
Oh, okay. Duh. Uh. Okay, yeah, nothing. Still nothing happened. Oh, there it is. No.
That is very interesting. Why is this cube projection? What do I have for you?
Unwrapped failed to solve one of one island edge seems. Oh.
So how did I do that with this guy then? What is your no? You're unwrapped correctly,
Oh, okay. It wasn't giving
and
me
then
a thing though, so.
interesting. I don't know why mine's weird like this.
I like that you could see the other slime through this one. Just watching you do this.
He's watching his brother be formed. I wonder, did I do something funky here? Well, I'm gonna disregard that for now. Not important. Okay, so setting the alpha way back down. Let's see. So a couple things here. So using 4D noise, we get the W, which is essentially, think of it as like, 4D, it's time, right? So this is like the change in the noise over time. So this guy over here, I have it where he kind of like, he kind of wiggles over time. And that's something that won't carry back over to Godot. This will require some manual tweaking in Godot for fixing materials.
Okay.
But we're just going to essentially make the concept in here, and then we can kind of recreate it once we get into Godot. Because Godot doesn't know how to do things like noise textures like this, where it's like a node. Godot pretty much just works with like texture-based systems. So it would just be, we'd have to replace the noise texture with like a noise texture, or theoretically we can convert it into a shader and then do it that way, which would actually probably be the better way to do that. But we can get into that when we get into that. Let's see. So I'm just gonna set the W back to 0 on here. And the scale, so scale on the noise texture is basically like how much is it like zoomed in. And I'm gonna do like a 4-ish, because we don't want it too wavy on the surface, but we don't want it like where you can't actually see any of the detail. But then detail is basically like how much of a fractal do you want on the edges. I'm gonna turn detail like down to 0. We want it very undetailed. Roughness doesn't make a difference. Lunacrity doesn't make a difference. Distortion kind of, oh wow, yeah. Distortion is where it goes crazy.
Whoa.
We want 0 distortion. So then if we slowly slide through our W, you can see that it kind of like pulses a bit. So far we have that. But now we want inside of the slime, because you know slimes, they have, you know, the outside, but then they're like kind of more dense on the inside. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the modifiers here, and I'm going to go I'm going to go add modifier, and then I'm going to look for solidify. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go, let's see.
Whoa.
I'm going to slide the thickness down to be like, for me, about like a negative 0.3 or so. So what we're doing is we're kind of like extruding out every face to have another layer to this. So then we have kind of like a thinner outer layer and then a thicker inner layer.
All right.
Okay. So let's see. So if we want to do the animation, this won't really like carry over to Godot, but just for fun here. So if you go to the animation tab here, we're going to do some very basic animation.
At the timeline, which
Up at the very top,
the
there's
animation tab. I
yeah.
still use. Okay.
So first I'm going to set my little preview here to be rendered mode so I can see what's going on the left side. So we have down here is our timeline, right here is our like camera POV, and then right here's our like, you know, kind of editor area. So what I'm going to do is first I'm going to, this little right here, there's like a little cursor icon on the play bar. I'm going to uncheck that because we want to be able to see all the keyframes for everything. So I'm going to make sure my playhead here is down at 0 or 1 or whatever, as far left as it goes. Then I'm going to tab back into shading. And then I'm going to hover over the W here. And while hovering over this, like keeping my cursor, like just literally hovering on top of the W, I'm going to tap I on my keyboard. And so now you see it's yellow. That means this parameter here is going to be controlled by the animator.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And then the easiest way to do this, because we want it to be able to like loop the animation, is I'm going to scroll to the middle of the playhead here. So I think default's 250 frames. So I'm going to scroll to 120 frames. And then I'm going to just set the playhead there and then tab back into shading. And then I'm going to just set this to be equal to 1 on the W. Then hover it again. Tap I again. Then tab back to the animation thing again. And now I'm going to see, there should be, you know, this little dot here. And that's your keyframe. I'm just going to make sure to just have the first keyframe highlighted. So it's the only one that's yellow. And then by just clicking on that, and then with that first one highlighted, I'm going to hit Shift D to duplicate this keyframe. And then I'm just going to move that all the way over to 250 at the very end of the timeline here. and you can to control the timeline, it's scroll wheel in and out to resize it, middle click to move the timeline itself.
I see. Okay.
What other
Oh,
interesting controls?
cool.
So then you should be able to just hit play by tapping space, and it should animate all on its own.
That's so cool.
Yeah. And so if we want to like say we want this level of activity, but we want it to be slower of an animation, because like this, might be too fast. I'm going to pause it. I'm going to set the end of the animation to say like 500 frames by clicking the bottom right here. And then I'm going to just grab these keyframes with the just box select, holding left click,
Mm-hmm.
and then G, and then move them all the way to the end of this keyframe there. And then I'll grab these middle frames, and then I'm going to move these to 250 since that's half of 500. And then set back. And then now it's doing that same amount of motion, but it's a lot slower.
That's so rad.
Yeah. It's a very neat effect that you get for pretty simple, just, scrolling a noise texture.
Yeah.
Okay. So then I'm going to hit pause again. I don't want this playing the whole time. So this is where you get to start making more decisions here. I don't know how you want the eyeballs and like the inside to look. I've got it where it's just kind of like cartoon googly eyes here.
I'll probably start with that, to be honest.
Okay. So what I did for that is go back into object mode. We're gonna add a new shape here, and then I'm gonna actually let me fucking I want to move this stuff into this collection so I can hide this. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is in here, I'm just gonna in object mode add a new shape. We're gonna go Shift A, add mesh, and then I'm gonna add a circle. And then I'm gonna G, move this out a bit. And then first thing I'm gonna do, go to modifiers, add modifier, and then we want a mirror modifier. So then we go back into edit mode on this circle, and then grab all the vertices in it and then move them aside. So you can see this point right here is the like the origin point of the shape. So we're moving it off to the side of the shape so that way it mirrors it across there. Yeah, and so there's different ways to mirror. There's mirroring across the X. So like this way is positive X, this way is negative X. You can mirror it across Y, meaning that it's, I think, yeah. So that way it mirrors it like that. And then
You can
Z
do crazy
mirroring.
combinations of them all too.
Yeah. Yeah, mirror modifier is really fun. You can do some really cool shit with the mirror modifier, especially if you combine like mirroring with arrays. Like totally tangential here. I just want to show this. Like if
Yeah, sure.
if I wanted to make
Walking.
if I wanted to make a like a hallway or something in like a game, Um, I'd say array modifier, mirror modifier. Then I go turn this up a bit. Go like that. We go like right. Yes. And then I want it to go
Whoa.
like that. 1 0 and then I could say like that, and then like that. Oh shit! Like this. We turn on clipping so it merges at the center, like that, and then say I wanted like I don't know, like a window or something in the hallway. I could go like this, inset face, boop, like that, and like toss some materials on this.
This is crazy to watch happen so fast.
Yeah, see, eventually you'll get to the point where you just you have it all in your brain, and then it's just a matter of like how uh how fast can you translate what's in your brain into mouse clicks.
Yeah, I think step one for me will be doing this more than once a week. Mess around in Blender,
Yeah.
so it
Um,
sticks more in the old noggin.
let's see, and then I can be like, see, this is a little cheating here. We'll
Oh,
go.
I mean, such is art in creating things.
Oh, let's see. Did I just crash Blender? I was going too fast.
Oh no.
Oh, and I crashed Blender.
Rip. Way to go.
No.
I'm calling the Blender police. They have to know about your crime.
Uh, do, do. Let's see. Last session. No. Auto save.
Hey yo, Eknock. GG, welcome to the guild, my friend. Hope we're doing well today. Thank you
Make
for the
sure
follow.
this is
And welcome once again to the guild.
yes. Okay. Oh, we lost our original guy.
No! How could the world just won't let me keep anything?
Or I guess not the original guy, the one that I was just working on. We have the original one. This little silly little guy here.
Yeah, but the other guy was gonna be even sillier.
Let's see.
Rest in peace.
Okay.
Gone but not forgotten.
So, yeah, let me resume where I was at. So, yeah.
Oop, nice try the jump
Circle,
scare, Rex.
mirror,
Too
edit,
bad I'm immune.
move. Okay, and so then in edit mode, making sure all the vertices are selected here.
Oop,
I'm going to tap F to fill, and then that will fill around that.
okay.
And then I'm going to rotate on the around the x-axis, and then I'm going to actually just type in 90 to snap it to 90 degrees.
I think you've done this before.
Maybe. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to faces, the face mode, so 3 and edit. And then I'm going to tap I to inset faces. And then I'll scale it in a little bit, like there.
Oh no. We're done.
Oh,
What was the hotkey to select all the vertices again?
A.
Oh, just A. I was doing Shift A, Control A. None of it was working. Oh, I missed a step. Looks like.
Oh, tap I to inset.
Ah, okay. In, instead, it's ocular organs. Bam.
And then I'm going to just grab that face and then move it just slightly out so it has a little bit of a shape here. Then I'm going to add two materials. First material I'm going to make just be white. And then the second material here, I am going to new material, add, and then just make it black. And then make sure that the like pupil here is selected and hit assign. Or well, select the black material, assign, like that. And then additionally, I also right click shade smooth so that way it looks, smooth. And then we also, since we want the eyes to be only facing in one direction, back in edit mode, I'm going to go to edge select and then hold alt to loop to select the edge loop there. And then I'm just going to hit F again to fill that in with one big face. So then the eyes only have one face on it.
How'd you do edge select?
Hold alt and then left click on the edge.
In the wrong mode. Okay, and then what did you with edge select after?
Then just hit F to fill.
Okay. Look at that, filled in the back.
Yep. And then so now
Just gotta
in object mode we can scale this however we want, and it will scale the whole object.
Then I assume we move it into him.
Yep. And also I think you might have negative scaled it because now the eyes are
Scaled what?
facing the other direction.
Oh, they weren't supposed to come out.
So if you're watching what I'm doing here, here you can see the scale right here of the item, right? If I go like that, it's scaled in the negative. So now it's facing the opposite direction because it's yeah, I mean it's scaled in the negative dimension there. Is the best pretty much the only way to describe it.
It's not scaled negative. It's scaled in the
Is it?
positive.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, then basically, yeah, you just slide it inside.
Yeah, it's in the positive. Okay. Whoops. Oh, some big fucking beavers. So let's produce them a little bit. If I want to put space in between them, how would I
If you're in edit mode in the eyeball, basically you just
edit? Okay.
um see if I can actually select it
Okay,
again.
got it.
Yep, yeah, and you just move it further or closer to the origin point there.
All right. He's one eyeballed guy.
Yeah. So then, let's see. trying to think what else would there need to be. I think that's basically it. Um, Now we can kind of start figuring out how we want to rig this guy.
Yeah, I think the only other thing that I'm gonna probably add to him is maybe a mouth.
Oh yeah, yeah, mouth. Wonder what the best way to do what would look good for that. Here, let me play around with this and see. Because I think if
Yeah,
we
oh yeah, you don't know how to do a mouth because skeleton doesn't have one either, huh?
see, I'm thinking if we did like something like this, select everything, right? Just kind of like permanently pogging here. But then if
Fog.
we,
Yeah, we can just give him a couple states for talking.
I think we could probably do that pretty easily with like shape keys, I think. Or,
Maybe
let me
shape.
think.
That's what's missing.
Shape keys or bone? I think probably shape keys would work best and then just pair it to a bone for location.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Great minds, as they say.
Yep, yep. Okay. So I'll take that guy and then I'm going to solidify it.
That's under modifier. Okay. Solidify. Boop.
He's permanently pogging.
Pog. He's real happy about it.
Actually, label some of these. Mouth,
Did you only add a solidify,
eyes.
or did you do anything else with him?
I added solidify and then I selected everything and then here I'll do this again to show. So I did circle that, edit, and then I hit E to extrude, and then it gives me an extrusion here, but I just hit escape because I don't want to extrude in that dimension, and then I just hit scale. And then that gives us a little like an extrusion out the edges everywhere flat with where we're going with that.
Let's see. Okay. And a little bit of a solidify. Bam. Pog.
Okay.
Okay, it looks like you threw a colored material on him.
Yep. Yeah, I made it black, but I guess set whatever material you want.
Actually, keep it white, to be honest. Okay. Mouth acquired.
All right. So what I'm gonna do with the mouth here is first I'm gonna just hide the body for a moment so I can click in here easy. I want to add shape keys to this. So this guy selected, we're going to go over to the data tab, the little triangle green thing. And then I'm going to start adding some shape keys. So I'm going to add one. I'm going to call it, say, oh, one is basis. So you leave that one. Then you add a new one. And then I'm going to call this one like smile. And then frown, etc.
Okay.
So then with
sorry, I accidentally deleted it. Okay.
So with one of these selected in the shape key here, I'm going to go and hit into edit mode. And note that this means that we are editing we're editing the vertices, but we're editing what they mean in the actual like shape key, right? So a shape key is think of shape keys as like a shape that you are putting the existing vertices in, and you can like smoothly scale between the two states. So if I said like here's a very easy example, right? If I go like add a cube here, and then I go add some shape keys here. Say if I wanted it to be where this cube has these two vertices, they go like up like that. Now in object mode, since I edited that shape key, in object mode here, I can slowly scale between the default basis shape and then the shape that I moved it into.
Okay.
So what this is going to allow us to do is basically have a slider that goes between these different like shapes. So in this case, like different face or mouth shapes. So in smile, I'm going to go here and I'm going to just grab like, I don't know, so like these top vertices here, proportional edit mode. Oh, here's another thing. In proportional edit mode, sometimes way too big.
Whoa, yeah.
Scroll wheel in will change the like how much control you have.
I have that turned off right now, anyways. So
okay. Yeah, you don't need to do this. I'm just doing this because it's makes it easier to move these into the shape that I want. So then now I've made my little smile shape here. And so now you can see when I turn up the smile slider, he's happy.
Yippee!
And then conversely, I can do the same here. If I go click on the frown shape key, edit, and then I'll move these like this.
Oh god. Okay, so while I thought I heard you correctly, but what was the button you used to scale down the proportional edit?
So when you're in proportional edit mode and you're like moving something, while it's moving, you scroll in and out, and that changes the size of the influence.
Oh, there it is. Okay, bless.
So then a couple other ones I'm going to add. I'm going to do um, mouth closed, because that's going to be useful if we want to make it go whoa, 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 whoa when you're talking.
Exactly.
So I'm just going to take this whole thing. Kind of. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Why can't I? This. Okay, that's a bit more of a devious smile than I would have liked. Okay, there we go. Okay, was there something I had to do when I get to the spot that I wanted it?
Nope. When you have it where you want it, then you just go back to object mode and then change to the select the next shape key you want to edit and then edit it.
Okay. That is a devious smile. I don't trust that smile.
It's scary.
I fear what I've created.
That's how you know you're on the right track.
Yeah. Can really be proud of your creation if you're not somewhat terrified of it. What is the very wrong axis? What the fuck happened there? Oh my god. I'm sorry. I am struggling a small bit. You know what? You call that good enough. Does not look like a frown. How do you get the this to fucking change sides? How'd you get the top to concave like that?
um oh, where it's oh, so my strategy for doing that is basically I grab like a large amount in the proportional editor
Mm-hmm.
um of like if I'm grabbing like say like these vertices, I'll grab all of these, move it down a little bit, and then I'll deselect some of these, and then move those down more, and then deselect some of these, and then move it down more. So that way it gets more of a smooth shape there.
feel have messed up somewhere along this process because things are not working the same for me.
Let's see.
Not grabbing the faces I thought it would. Like it feels like it's grabbing the faces here rather than the faces that I have here. I don't know if what I said makes sense, but
Go into wireframe mode for a second for me.
oh no, it's grabbing the right ones. Okay. Guess I'm just
Hmm. Yeah, so I think the problem there is that you're I think you need to maybe make the proportional editor a little bit larger and then just go slower with it. So like move a little bit and then select slightly less, and then move a little bit, then select slightly less, and so on.
okay.
And then you might have to just move a couple vertices manually to make it smoother.
I
Let's see here.
okay. I have the one emote, so we'll just move forward with that for so I'm not just sitting here or making you sit here.
Let's see. Where do we want to go from here? So a lot of the same things can be applied to the eyes, where you can like set different shapes and stuff on the eyes. Um, but that I'll leave that as a challenge to you to do on your own time to practice adding more shape keys and stuff. Because then you can do
Oh,
things
okay.
like, you can say like add a shape key where it's like, he's like sad or whatever or something like that,
He's got an EP.
or like making the pupils
Oh.
really tiny, things like that. So I think we can move to doing a bone system here. I'm gonna move him, make sure he's kind of centered in the world here. Then what I'm gonna do is Shift A, armature, single bone, because we're doing this all manually. And make sure that this is at the center of the world here.
Okay, I guess I should. He's oddly shaped, so I should. Oop, okay. Okay, does the bone need to be fully inside of him?
Nope.
Oh,
Although,
actually, he's not.
yeah, I would say, yeah, like grab him and move him up towards base is aligned with the x-axis.
Okay, I think that's it. Okay.
Okay, so then what I'm gonna do first, make sure in the armature settings that I have bone names applied where they show, and then also make sure bones are set in front. Although actually, we don't really need to set bones in front since he's already kind of clear. It makes it a little easier to see where
True.
things are at. Yeah, viewport display names. Because I definitely want, since we're making this manually, we need to be able to name all our bones. So first bone I'm going to do in, once we have our bone here, I'm going to go into edit mode. I'm going to rename this bone to be root. And then I'm going to just align it 90 degrees and then have it sit like that. Because this is going to be kind of like our, this is going to be kind of like our, not quite like foot, but like the very root of it. Are you all weird like that? What the fuck?
Where'd it go?
Okay. So then, now that we're in edit mode, we basically just hit A, or no, Shift A, and then that will add a new bone. And I need to actually move my thing, because my thing is all the way fucking out here. Okay. So yeah, then we're just going to hit Shift A, add a new bone. And then this bone, I'm going to call this one, like, body. So this will be our main bone that controls the whole kind of general shape of things. Of like, if we want the, you know, the body to like squash and stretch, we'll basically resize this bone by like going like like that.
Okay. Oh wait, let's apply this. Oh wait, why can't I? My bones are not getting the names of the ones I'm setting.
Where are you
What have I
setting?
done?
Where are you setting the bones? Oh, are you making a bone collection?
Oh,
Yeah. No.
yes.
Oh, yeah. I should have said the bone tab specifically with a bone selected will change the
Oh, okay.
no.
That's the body. That was root.
Oh,
Okay.
thank you for the raid. I have no idea how to pronounce your name. Soren Rickenberg.
Hell yeah.
Cool blue guy. Yeah. Yeah, we're making we're learning right now how to create and rig a simple character in Blender. Right now
He's
we're
just a little guy.
yeah, he's a little guy. Little slime. He's so happy.
Mine's Poggin, which could also be happy. Try scale this up to fit his entire body.
Yeah, so I'd say like what you want to do is take that like a body bone and we kind of want it to adjust it to where it's like the base of the bone's at the base and the end is at the end.
Gorcha.
And we could add more bones for the body, but I think realistically we only really need one. And we can always re-rig this later and add more complexity to it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I've been thinking. All the everything I'm not quite getting perfectly, I can refine after.
Yep. Let's see. Okay, then the next bone. I'm gonna add another one here. Move this guy outward. Is it? Oh my god. The bones are overlapping. So this one I'm going to call eyes. I'm going to make this a lot smaller, like this. And just kind of set it here. Kind of right in between the eyes. because we're going to pair both eyes to this bone. So then we can like move this bone around a bit and it'll like angle the eyes so we can like kind of look around a bit.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And then we actually also make sure. Okay. So under the bone tab, I want to go to relations and I want to make sure that we have our parent thing set up correctly. So the eye bone needs to be because when the whole body moves, the eyes need to move. So we need to say the eyes parent is the body, but we don't want it to be connected. And then similarly, we want the body's parent to be the root because the root is going to control everything. And then I can even take the eyes bone here and do a Shift D and duplicate this. And I'm going to call this one rename to mouth so that we can move the mouth around freely.
Connect to the root. Then be another one of these. Oops. Why is it always showing me this one bone? Get this one away from me. What did you make the parent of the mouth bone?
The mouth is parent to the body as well.
Okay, sweet. Okay. Easy.
Okay, so that really should just about do it for like all the bones that we're gonna need. This is a very simple rig. So then what I'm gonna do is, I don't know if it would. I don't think it would really be too useful for us to do automatic weights for everything. I think we can mostly do this manually. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click the rig, or I'm gonna click the body in the side here, and then hold Shift, and then click, or no, not Shift, body, hold Control, then click rig. Hover my cursor over the viewport, and then do Control P, and then just say set parent to object. I'm gonna do that for the eyes, the mouth,
Oh,
and the body.
body. I don't have a body yet. Oh, I missed something. Oh boy. Okay, so you took what and put it into the
The
rig?
eyes, the mouth, and then the actual like slime part of the slime, the body.
Oh, the slime part. Okay.
Yep. That way, by default, everything's all parented now to the rig. But obviously, if we start moving this stuff around, it's not moving him. So,
Yeah. And how did you link them to the?
select the object, like the mesh. Hold Control, select the rig, and then mouse over the viewport, and then Control P, and then set parent to object. And we're not doing automatic weights because we're going to do some manual weight painting here.
The only options I have for make parent are connected and keep offset.
Um,
Unless I did that incorrectly.
Interesting. And so you selected the mesh, then you selected the rig because the order does matter.
Yep. I'll select that and then control click on the rig. I switches the armature, correct?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, and then control P. The BIM. Make parent keep offset or connected.
Weird. Wait. Um, Here, screen share for me in Discord for a sec, and
Yeah,
I'll tell you what you're doing.
please. Voodoo?
Okay.
Set them control link.
Oh, do them one at a time. So a body, so like the body, and then the rig.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So not mass connecting them.
Yeah.
Okay, the options are still keep offset.
What the
Okay.
heck? Okay, I guess in the viewport, try this of select the mesh, hold shift, then select the armature in object mode.
Oh, maybe because I wasn't in object mode.
Oh, probably actually. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Okay, separate into object is supposed to be what I'm supposed to
Yes.
do.
Yes.
Okay. My bad. Separate into object.
Yeah, I didn't know
And
that. I actually didn't even know that there was a difference between object and edit mode for parenting.
oops.
Not even sure what that would actually, what difference that would make.
Tis mystery. Okay, sorry about that.
Okay, so now that we have this, I'm gonna do some very manual things here. So we want to create some vertex groups. So we're gonna click the body here, and then in the data tab, we're gonna go to vertex group, and we're gonna create a new vertex group. And this vertex group is going to be
I
the
seem to have lost my powers. Just click to select something. I must have hit a
uh
button at some point.
let's see. Oh, did you tap W?
Looks like I did. All right, sorry. Move
Yep.
on.
Yeah, W
Move forward.
W changes the selection mode. Usually I'm in the like, what is this one? The like box select mode. Um okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to create some vertex groups by clicking the mesh, and then we're going to click to data, then vertex groups, add, and then this will be basically a collection of vertices on the mesh that each vertice can contain a value of how strong we want that bone to influence. And now for this, basically we want it to be 100% every vertice in the body to be tied to the body bone. So I'm going to go and name it body exactly the same way, case sensitive as the body bone. And then I'm going to go into edit mode here and then tap A to select every vertice in this. And then I'm going to hit, make sure that that vertice group is selected. Make sure weight is turned all the way up to 1, and then hit assign. And then this means that, like if I go to weight painting mode here, you can see how oh, that's kind of odd. I don't know why that doesn't. Oh, weird. Yeah. Huh. I don't know why that doesn't. Oh, it's probably because I have some weird transparency thing on this. But basically, yes. Now all the vertices in this are tied to the body bone, but we need to do something extra. We need to go over to our modifiers tab, and we need to say add the armature modifier, and then we should be able to just click into the object here for the armature modifier, and there should just be our rig, and then we just set that there. And then to test,
set that there. There's not really
yep,
do nothing. We're actually setting there, right? Just
yeah, we're just setting it to say, yep, use that object. Then to test this, if we go to the rig, and then instead of edit mode, if we go to pose mode, if we grab the body bone and move it, it should move just the body. And then we can do things like scale in pose mode. We can scale it in any direction we want here. Yeah.
Okay,
You can become
yeah.
wide.
Make it stretch.
So then basically we just are doing that same thing again. So we go to eyes. Let's see. If you want an easier way to see the rig here, I guess, yeah, you already figured that out, where you can drop down and select the actual things that are under it. Pretty much the same thing. We're going to say vertex groups, add. We're going to call this eyes, edit mode, select everything, assign, add modifier, armature, rig. And we can go back to here, test this again. See, then the eyes can go, oh, 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 oh. The eyes go, whoop, 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 whoop.
Oh wait, I could have sworn it was. I don't know from edit.
And so one thing that you could do extra if you wanted to is, if I go back into edit mode here, I can actually add another bone, and then I'll call this one, I'll call this face. And then this, I can just kind of angle like that. Make it just like a small bone. And it doesn't really matter the orientation of this. And then I can just slap that right here in the middle. Then what I can say with this face bone, I can say it is a child of body. And then I can go to the eyes and say that the eyes are a child of the face and that the mouth is a child of the face. So then if I'm in pose mode, I can move the face bone and it will move the eyes and the mouth. So then I can have the whole thing go whoop, 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 whoop. But then if I want to just move around the eyes individually, I can do that.
Okay. So I select bone, pose, eyes.
Did it not attach to the eyes?
It doesn't look like it, but I don't know why it's not attaching to the eyes.
So let's double
'Cause
check.
I have the eyes.
We have the eyes,
They have
and we have
vertex group
the
called
vertex
eyes.
groups called eyes, and you have it spelt the same.
Yep. All caps.
Okay.
EYES. And then modifiers, the armature on the eyes.
Did you set the weights for the eyes?
Where would I check that?
So in the vertex groups, you have eyes selected, and you hit tab to edit, select all the vertices, and then hit assign.
Hit tab to, nothing happens when I hit tab.
In the viewport.
Oh. Okay. Assign weighs 1. Okay.
Yeah, so you need to make sure that all your vertices are selected.
Oh, the circle. Okay, yeah. Object was probably not the mode for that. Assign. So now, allegedly. Yippee! Okay, I did it.
Yep. And then we repeat again for the
Oh,
mouth.
God. But this time correctly. vertex group. Else. Wait. Oop. Armature. All right, where do we go wrong this time now? That mouth. Oh, I hit caps lock. Shape keys out of here. Oh, that's what I did. That's where I messed up. Okay. Okay, bless. Okay. Saved.
Awesome. So then you should be able to just go in pose mode and move around things and see if it makes sense.
Ooh, cool. Okay. But yeah, I think everything is working correctly.
Awesome. So, I mean, that's nearly it. I mean, do you want to try animating it a little bit?
Sure. You can send it.
Okay. So, I'm going to animate it to where he kind of does like a little bit of a little bit of a breathing animation almost.
Okay.
So, I'm going to go to animation tab, get all my stuff set up correctly here. It's to be really finicky. Okay, there we go. All right, so I'm going to go to wireframe view, pause the animation, go back to the 0 point. And so I want the, first I'm going to animate this bone, the body bone. So in pose mode, I'm going to say we're going to start at the rest position. And I'm going to hit I to put in a keyframe there. Then I'm going to say at like,
It's giving me an option.
hover your mouse over the viewport and hit I.
Okay, thanks.
Yep. That's something that's like I still struggle with remembering which is which. Is you have to always be mindful of wherever your cursor is, because depending on where your cursor is, your hotkeys do something different.
Yeah.
And that trips up a lot of people, and myself included, constantly.
Why isn't this working? Well, your mouse is 2 inches too far to the left.
Yeah, exactly. It's very non-intuitive. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to like, say, like the midpoint a bit here. And then I'm going to just kind of scale them up slightly. And then I'm going to scale him ever so slightly skinnier. sideways. So it's kind of like a squash and stretch thing. And then eye there. And then I'm going to go back to our end of the animation here. And then, so here's a couple things to note. In your timeline here, there's a bunch of different keyframes. There's keyframes that are, if I zoom way in, you can see there's keyframes on this summary line. This summary line is if there's any keyframes at that frame, that selecting that one right there will select everything down that column, right? And then selecting so like, for example, if I move this to the 0 point here, if I select the summary, that selects the material keyframe as well as the keyframe that was set up from the rig here, which I don't necessarily want to select all those all the time. So I need to make sure that I'm selecting the keyframe for the thing that I'm editing. And then you can see that, like, okay, yeah, that one from the material is grayed out. The other thing that we can do, so we don't get confused, is make this only show selected enabled. And then that will only show us keyframes for the thing that we have currently selected. So that's usually, I mean, that's why that's default, is because that's usually what you want to be able to do. But sometimes you're wanting to do like timing animations with like textures or like other animations. So you want to be able to see like, okay, that keyframe hits there. So we need to go like a couple to the left of it for that other thing. But for this scenario, we can just do this. So then I can select this keyframe and drag it all the way to the end here. And so now we kind of, our guy kind of like squashes up and down a bit here. So let me actually see if I do. Where would this be? Here.
I probably need to do. I'll do this. Then were you able to copy the state of a previous state and then move it? Was that what you did, or?
Yep. Yeah. So I selected those start keyframes from the rig, and then did Shift D to duplicate, and then move those to the end of my timeline.
That's what it was. Okay, sweet.
I'm doing some wackiness here.
Yeah, I wanted the movement of his blorbness to go a bit slower, so I have a bigger timeline, and I just combined that with his breathing animation for the same length, so he actually like takes 3 years to inhale and exhale, and it looks
Yeah.
really goofy.
Let's see if I go.
I think I'm gonna change how this works. Right now, I just have him growing and then going back, but I think I need to, yeah, make him go big. Boop, boop. Oops. I'll put that here. Put that there. Fuck. Just die. He breathes. He lives. Oh, that used to be so much of a faster animation. A little bit of this. Oh, you have him going through all the states of sadness, all the emotions, just forcing them upon him. The poor guy. That's really cute, though.
Yeah, so the way I did the let's see. The way I've got it where it does like that kind of like snap back there is in the editor here. I have the keyframes for that uh like where he's, you know, out and then back. I select all those keyframes and then I right click uh and then I do interpolation mode and then I set it to bounce for dynamic.
Slow it down, make it bouncy. Okay. Oh, weird. Okay. Just he who throw in all of it. Let's see how he see him bounce. Oh yeah, I see the bounce. Okay, cool. So now I wonder what some of these other ones do. Whoa! Okay, not a fan of elastic.
Holy shit. Ah!
Ah, help me! Just makes it go really fast. If I make that animation play a little bit slower. Boing, boing. He's so silly. He's such a guy. He's so gelatinous.
Just a slimy little dude.
He is. That is a huge inhale. Maybe we need to scale that one down a bit. He breathe in, does not breathe out. Boing, boing. He's such a beautiful boy. Okay. And he'll just do this now, right? No, he's not doing it. Why isn't he doing it? Why aren't you doing your Sululu animation?
Oh, if you're in edit mode, animations won't play.
Oh, was I in edit mode? I wasn't in edit mode. Okay. Go on to your Sululu animation. How do you hide the bones?
I usually just
Or like
click.
because your camera.
I just click the this little thing right here where it's like the two circles intersecting. I just toggle that off, and that hides all of the like everything.
Oh, cool. There he is, chat. Here is Blubbert Gen 1.
It's him.
It is him. He hath arrived, as the prophecy foretold. Wondrous. So what is our next step? I will hopefully have the time to improve him. Blubbert Gen 1 isn't quite where I want him to be, but
Let's see.
1.2 will be great. But what are we looking at for next
Um,
week?
Next week it looks like we'll probably be doing quite a bit of animation stuff, and probably animation and more of the shape keys stuff, like how to animate all of that.
Oh, so just doing more of what we just did.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, I can.
If I go crazy this week and do a bunch, will we still do that, or is there something else that we'll move into? Unless is there something specific you were wanting to animate?
So after we do animation, um, which we'll probably do like basically just kind of more of this stuff. I mean, now that we have like a character that we can animate with, we can kind of tinker around with this quite a bit. And that gives us a good place to like start learning a lot of the animation stuff. Um, but yeah, so next week, yeah, we'll probably do more of that. And
Fun.
like, I guess in between then and now, you can find some time to tinker around and improve your model. Um, and then obviously, of course, you can message me and I can show you more things if you have questions. So yeah, that's next week, and then the week after, we begin programming.
if
Yeah, which
if you thought it was rough teaching me this, just wait till I'm programming.
oh boy, I am so ready.
I went
Um,
I went into networking because I couldn't do programming.
ooh, yeah, no, it's see, I'm kind of the opposite. When I was in school, networking was like one of the only like tech things that just fried my brain.
Oh, I mean it fries my brain too. It's kind of like, do you want to bash your head off a wall debugging code, or bash your head off a wall trying to figure out why this switch isn't switching?
Yeah, I'll take code. Code has a debugger.
True. Why is
God.
it networking?
I remember my teacher that I had for networking, because he was like a cybersecurity teacher. But he knows some networking stuff, but a lot of it he kind of was just like, yeah, here's like the course material, and yeah. It's like, okay, bro. I spent God knows how many hours after class in the cybersecurity lab just grinding away at like trying to build this network from like a diagram that he gave us of like setting up all this stuff. And what made it really shitty, which I didn't know at the time, but basically all of the like switches and routers, they're like, full rack mounted like actual real hardware.
Yeah.
Um it was some of it was HP and some of it was Cisco.
Oh, okay. I see you. Okay.
And he wanted us to set up VLANs between the two.
Okay.
And the extra fun part was some of the devices just were like busted. Like some of them just had like bad ports, or like something was like corrupted in like the ROM, like for the like firmware on it.
Mhm.
And because these were apparently all the shit that the like IT at our school just threw out and like were, free up for grabs. Anyone could take it if they wanted it. And so he just grabbed a stack of them and brought them in. He's like, all right, this is what we're working with, guys. Oh,
Good
man.
luck.
Yeah, we never actually finished that lab.
Yeah.
I probably put in a good like, I don't know, 20 hours just chilling in there a lot. Cuz like we'd work on it some point, but it kind of just ended up becoming like, cuz I was friends with a lot of people in that class. We would just like go in there cuz we got a pass to where we could just go in that lab anytime, and so we'd just go in there and like hang out and bullshit around and mess with shit. That's also where
That's great.
I was first introduced to death grips there.
To what?
Death grips. You know death grips, right?
No, I don't.
Wait, what? You don't know death grips?
No,
Fucking
I don't know death grips.
you'd probably know it to hear it. The one like everyone knows is Tachyon.
Wait, the band?
The song Tachyon.
I can't say I know what that is either.
Here, I'll send you it.
I'm
Where
scared.
is this?
I'll take a listen to it off stream.
Yeah.
No,
No,
man,
there
I can't wait to disappoint you even more by still not knowing what it is.
I imagine you'll probably have heard it in like a meme or something. But
Oh,
no,
okay,
if
fair.
you like, I don't even know like what are they? They're like like rap, but it's like very experimental, weird, crazy shit.
Okay,
Yeah. No, they're cool. And it sounds like the dude's just like screaming at you most of the time.
the best kind of rap.
Yeah. No, Death Grips is sick. Where was I going with that? Oh, yeah, networking. Yes, programming. So, next week is finishing up learning more animation stuff, diving more deep into like animation. We're going to do NLA tracks, which is basically where you can like define an animation and then have it as like, I'll kind of show that a little bit now. This is
Oh,
pretty interesting here, where basically you can say like, okay, yeah, I want this animation, and then you like can copy and paste an animation and have it like queue it up a bunch of different like, say you want it to like, you always want to have like where it smiles or when it blinks, you can just copy that animation in the NLA track editor here. And you can do some very complex things like that where you can say like, you can build all your specific animations down here, and then you can
mhm.
like mix them up of like, okay, I want it to do the like blinking animation while also doing the breathing animation while also doing the like I don't know, scared animation. And so you can like layer these and however you want them. It's like
Oh, okay.
it's kind of like, you know, layers in like Photoshop, but it's animation layers. It's
Interesting. Okay.
very odd to get used to, and I'm still getting used to learning how to use it properly as well. And there's a couple quirks to learn how to use it to where that stuff will show up in Godot properly, but that'll be a
Mhm.
bridge we cross when we come to it. Um,
Oh boy, what a
yeah,
scary bridge that will be.
yup. Um, let's see what else. Yeah, so then yeah, that's animation, and then yeah, uh, Godot beginning, which most of that is gonna be just like a lecture and like example code and stuff. So that's gonna be a very probably a very snooze fest thing, but it has to be done. All I don't
Get the
let
popcorn and the Minecraft parkour and hope for the best.
Yep. Yeah, don't let me forget that I need to like finish that like the rest of that presentation because I'm having to like I'm retrofitting a presentation that I used for mentoring for robotics because I was for many years the programming mentor for my high school's robotics team, and so I've taught
Oh, nice.
many high schoolers how to program in C sharp. So I think it can be done. Anybody can learn
Well, we'll have to see about that.
it. Yep.
I I hope that I am in fact anybody, but we'll have to find out.
You might just be, but
All right,
yeah.
I need to head out and grab some food, but
All right.
thank you very much for the lesson today.
Yep. Yep. And
I
I will
enjoy having this little guy breathing at me currently.
Yep.
Play it, nation. Play it. Excellent. All right. Are you going to keep streaming, or are you calling it for the day?
Let me see. I'm probably done for today as well.
Alrighty, sounds good. Well, I'm gonna go say bye to chat. Goodbye, Mr. Skell's chats. Mr. Skeletal.
All right. Adios.
Adios. Thank you very much, man.
Yep. All right. Let's see here. Probably export this little slime guy. Post him on Twitter or something. Let's see. Let's see. Who is live that we want to might possibly mayhaps raid into? Okay. Okay. We will head over here. All right. Yep. And so I think that's basically it. Short stream today. Didn't stream like at all last week. It was way too fucking hot. I was dying. I mean, my internet was also dying just because too much shit using the power, making the fucking line have a high voltage ambient on it. Technical bullshit. Yeah. Um, but yeah. So yeah, tomorrow I'm off. Then Wednesday is game dev. We're getting back to doing more game dev. I did end up doing a little more dev, making pathfinding work, which was cool. I'll show that. We'll probably be continuing working on that. Um, I want to figure out a couple more things with like the like scheduling system for the AI. But yep, that's what we're doing. And then I don't know what we're doing for games this week on Thursday and Friday, but we will see. Probably DRG at some point, and then maybe more abiotic, same as the other week.